Saeko, thank you so much for being with us today. It's such an honor to have you because it's been, I think, more than 3 months that we were trying to plan this interview.
True.
But we know your busy schedule, we know how busy you are now, and finally we are here. I'm so excited. Usually I start my interviews with introducing the guest, you know, to give a little overview and of your background, you know, something short and sweet. But today I'd like to give you this chance to introduce yourself.
Well,
maybe you have some motto of your life, something that you follow and something that describes you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for having me today, Ekaterina. And I'm so glad to be here with you. I am coming from Tokyo, Japan originally, you know, lady. Quite a long time ago, year 1990, our family we already here. So I feel like I grown up on the Costa del Sol. This is like my second home. But anywhere that I go, if I'm living in Tokyo or if I'm living in Marbella, my motto of my life is the same, that I like to be related locally where I live to the people. If I can contribute to our community wherever I live, this is my motto. If I enjoy my life here in Marbella, I like to do something back to where I live. That's why I am a part of Rotary Club, that you are volunteering also.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Saeko, as you said, you immigrated here from Japan to Spain, right? In 1990s, you came here, right?
Yes.
First time.
For the holiday, yes.
For the holiday, yes.
Yes.
And then you ended up being here for a longer time.
Yes.
Yes.
It's because, as I said, our family, the group, the part of the investment company and the group from Japan, we came here, and then there is a development, investment and development for the hotel business and then golf course, an area of Soto Grande. For that reason, we all came here from Japan. But I never immigrated to Spain because I'm still a Japanese citizen, and then also I go back there every year. And it's just I have a permanent visa here in Spain because I love to live here in Marbella. And also Soto Grande, I love Soto Grande. I have many friends there. Yes.
Well, you started living on Costa del Sol in Soto Grande. And,
Yes.
well, it's so interesting actually to know how Costa del Sol developed from those times till now.
It's quite different. At that time, when I arrived, there is no motorway from Soto Grande to Marbella and then towards Malaga. So we have this local road, which is this one, all the way to Soto Grande. So we took more time, longer time, but that time also it was not really developed between Soto Grande to Marbella. In the between, for example, the cities such as Estepona, of course, it did exist, and there are so many residents, European residents who are living there, but there are not so many projects as now, from Soto Grande to Marbella. So basically, we came here maybe 3-4 times a week from all the way from Soto Grande to come to our favorite restaurant in Padromano or Marbella Club. That time La Meridiana also. So those restaurants are my favorite and my family's favorite. So we used to come here quite often in Marbella, yes. So that's why I have many friends here in Marbella also, living in Soto Grande. And then many of them, they have a house in both Marbella and in Soto Grande.
So back at that time, Soto Grande was more popular than Marbella, would you say? Or people usually came there?
No, it's different. Marbella was more like city. Yes, small city, cosmopolitan. Year 90, Soto Grande was more Spanish people from Madrid, and then also British people from London. That's the major community inside of Soto Grande. And I think there was only three Japanese family living in Soto Grande at that time. Yes, so it was not the multi nationality as Marbella at that time. But now Soto Grande, they're I think much more cosmopolitan now because it's open for many people.
Now it's more
Before
different.
it was more private. Yes.
Okay, okay, interesting. Okay. Also, in 1997, as you mentioned before, you started working for San Roque, right?
Yes.
What was the story there?
Actually, I was already the part of this development and the project. It is because that's the investment, the company and developer, the group that I was part of. So from 97, I become a marketing consultant to this group in the San Roque Club, because we held a Leaders Cup. It's the most important, the biggest international golf tournament in the world. Came to Valderrama Coast in Soto Grande. So our hotel became an official hotel for both European team and American team. So such as Tiger Woods, those Lee Westwood from the European team, so many major professional golfers, they all stay in our hotel. So from that moment, I'm starting to get involved in operation of the group hotel that time. Yes, a Japanese group called Asahi Kanko, SA. That was my everyday's work since then. Then I become a general director there until I completely moved to Marbella.
How old were you when you came here? And
I was still a student, but I was very young. I was still studying in Tokyo. I was only 20 years old.
And when you were 20, you started working for San Roque?
Yes? No, I was already, that time I was already 27.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
Oh, very interesting. So at that time, you started already working for hospitality and hotels industry, right?
Yes, but I was, as I said, I was already inside of the operation a lot before, because I become a director since 97. Yes.
Okay.
Because it's the same company we are talking about. You know, it's the same group, same group who develop, open the hotel and then golf courses, and we operated. It's a Japanese, 100% Japanese capital group, and I was show jumping. I was doing show jumping also. Also, we had a stable inside of our resort.
You mean
The country
horse?
club. Horse riding, show jumping.
Wow.
Yes. So that was my main focus when I was young, because I wanted to go to the bigger competition. Yes, but like everybody else, you know, when you were young, you dream big.
Yes.
But I had several severe accidents, so I stopped riding. But I still love horses, and I have many friends in the horse area.
Yeah, you mentioned before that you got to know many people.
Yes, through horse riding community, I met so many interesting people, because we all share same thing. Yes, and horse riding is not only the sports. It's not just about sports itself. It's about the courtesy, the respect to each other. There's many protocol inside of the, the competition. For example, we have to wear, we have to cover the neck, the white shirts with a glove, and then we salute to the flag. So all this ceremonial protocol, it's still there in the sports of horse riding. That's why I like very much horse riding, and in my country the same. The riding club that I used to go in Tokyo Riding Club, also very ceremonial, very protocolier, and everybody following all those rules and respect to each other. I like those kind of ambience. That's why I love Rotary Club also.
Oh yes, we'll speak more about it later. But yeah, that's right. And still, I think it's still in San Roque they're doing some horse competition.
Oh yes.
And it's still very famous. People are coming from Argentina.
Yes, and Soto Grande, they have this, now they called as a mecca of the polo. I think one of the biggest polo field that Soto Grande has. Many people go there. I go there also every summer, because I can see so many friends.
What year did you found your company? You said you had a PR company, no? Here.
Yes. I think it's early 2000, but at that time I was still working as a director at the San Roque Club. But since then I already have a marketing company. It's because there are so many petitions coming from outside of our group states as San Roque Club. But so I'm starting to develop my own company for the marketing because that's the sector that I loved most that time. Yes, so then when I left my position in San Roque Club, then I was starting to concentrate on my own company. Then most of my clients were in Marbella, so that's why eventually I moved to Marbella to live.
And when you had your PR company, you were working here with such huge companies as Gran Mele, no? Cappuccino, I remember you told me.
Oh yes, the group Cappuccino,
Anantara,
yes,
no?
they hire me to do the opening of the Cappuccino.
Wow.
Yes, that was a great opening actually. We have the list of 1,000 creme of creme, the beef of Marbella, yes.
Wow.
But in the end, they came like 2,000 people came, almost like a double. Yes, it's because so many people just keep coming. So we have so many security there because
Wow.
it didn't, basically it didn't fit inside.
No way.
Because it
and
was like
cappuccino,
a-
this one cappuccino,
This
no? In
cappuccino,
Gran Mele,
this
yeah.
cappuccino and Gran Mele. Yes.
What year did it open?
I think that was 2000, 2 years before I married, so 2010 can be around that year. Yes, I can check on my agenda, but on
Yeah.
my Facebook
Yeah.
because it's all there. All the photo is there.
Okay.
Yes.
What were your most favorite projects and what actually kept you, motivated to continue this PR company?
I think it's because I love meeting people. So each project, each opening, I meet so many new people also, and so many different venues. You just mentioned Cappuccino, but I did the opening for the Champagne Room. Now it's called Ludis in Marbella Club also, and then Beach Club in Villa Padierna.
Yes,
Alantana now, but it used to be Ritz-Carlton before. Villa Padierna. Yes, so each venue, and then also I did the opening of the sushi restaurant opening
99 sushi,
yes,
no?
and in Pulo Beach used to be. Also, I did many times the BIP guest list for the Pulo Beach opening every year. So I think each venue has their own clientele.
Yes.
So it's very slightly different that the people who comes to the opening in a Marbella Club, who comes to the opening, goes to the Pulo Beach, for example. I did organize many fashion show in Puente Romano. That's also different people and different venue. There is the same people coming, but it's differently dressed also because one is more formal, one is more casual. So that's the part that I enjoy very much.
And also during the time of your PR company, you had your TV channel?
Yes, in M95 Marbella Television. So that was a local station, still exists. I used to have my own program there, and of course after we televise on every Saturday, and then I was putting those videos on my YouTube channel also. Yes, it's mainly this is a social event, social life of Marbella that I was going to cover all the interesting event for Marbella, mainly the charity event. And then also I did so many interviews with a person, interesting person, especially the people who are dedicate themselves for city of Marbella.
Wow.
Yes, that's what I did.
And you had YouTube channel also, no? And
Yes,
you were posting
yes.
interviews there. And then, since I know, I was looking up your name on YouTube, and I found the lifestyle videos that you had. No?
Okay, yes, I have the blog
Yes.
channel also.
Yes.
That's more private blog,
yes.
but it is actually the selection of my clients used to be for my marketing company. That most of the venue that you see on those videos are my clients. Yes.
Ah, wow,
So
very interesting.
it was like a video clip of each venue and the
Yes.
business that I was introducing to the viewer.
And how did you decide to actually found the TV channel and like your own TV program? Was it
Actually, for the local TV channel, they approached me, and I was doing the presenter, the co-presenter in several television program. Then finally, eventually, I had my own program because I wanted to edit like a production side. Also, I wanted to do everything according to the preference of my clients. That's why.
We spoke about your company, PR company in the past.
Yes.
We spoke about
Long
your YouTube channel, and now I think you would say, you know, you're more certain in this, but I think most activity that you do is connected with charity and connected with Rotary Club, of course.
Yes.
So my question is, what year and why did you decide to found a Rotary Club here in Marbella? Like it's a separate one, yeah?
Yes. Well, first of all, I was part of Rotary Club Marbella, my previous club, which has been established in Puente Romano Beach Resort since year 1979. So one of the oldest club, Rotary Club, on the Costa del Sol. So I was always recruiting by them, and then I was I was a member there. Then eventually I decided to found my own new club for slightly younger Rotary members and more women, entrepreneur women. It is because Rotary International, we have 118 years of history. Actually, to be exact, it's over 119 years of history. We only have one president of Rotary International. And then also, internationally, we have over 5,700 clubs, but most of the clubs, we have much more male members. So female members, we are like 35 to 40% still. So every year, International Assembly of Rotary International, the Rotary International President always asking or endorsing to the member to develop the membership for the younger entrepreneur, because our average age also is quite high. It is because of the long history of 19 years. So that was my cause to found a new club with a younger entrepreneur, and especially many women as possible. That was my aim. So that's why you visited our club so many times. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
And you help us a lot. So that's why you see more female members there, which was the task of Rotary International to recruit more younger and the lady, the woman, female entrepreneurs.
I didn't even know about that because when I came first, and it was
Yes.
my first Rotary Club.
Yes.
Okay, once I visited another one in Puente Romano.
Yes,
Rotary
mostly
Club.
men there.
Yes,
Yes.
mostly men, mostly Spanish speakers.
Yes,
you know.
that was my previous club. I was a part of that
okay,
club you visit.
Yes.
Rotary Club Marbella, it's called in Puente Romano.
Yes.
Yes, I was a past president there.
Past
I was a club secretary. I was a past president there.
Yes, and when I came to your club, to your Rotary in Cosmopolitan,
Yes.
I was so surprised to see all women.
Yes.
we
Everybody's
have,
surprised.
We have some men. Yes, I saw
Yes,
some men,
yes,
but most
yes.
majority are women. And it's so interesting, and actually it's a very interesting goal because you say that mostly in Rotary there are men. Yes, over
Yes.
like worldwide.
Worldwide, yes.
Yeah.
So that's why it was a nice surprise, I hope, for you. Yes?
Yes.
And then there is a men members also. For example, the owner of Puente Romano, also he's a member. with us in our club, Rotary Club Marbella Cosmopolitan International. He himself is a member of Rotary Club at our club. Okay, so there are men members also. It's not only women.
No, I saw
it's not
men, yes.
only female members Rotary Club. No, not at all. We are open for everyone who dedicate themselves for the charitable activities. You're always welcome to visit us, like you do always.
Yes. Yes, it's very nice to invite some more people, to
Yes,
visit
yes.
Marbella, and hopefully, my audience is more about Costa del Sol, people,
Yes,
and more
thank
people
you.
are gonna get to know,
Thank you
about
so
this
much.
club.
On whole Costa del Sol, we have 18 Rotary clubs for the
18.
moment. Yes, 18. Yes.
Okay.
And whole
perfect.
Andalusia, I think at this moment we have like 108 clubs in Andalusia and Ceuta. Yes.
And well, there was a project connected with Sevilla, no?
Yes,
Rotary.
that's our brotherhood club. We say sister club, also sister club. Rotary Club Sevilla. We are collaborating for one project in the area of Sevilla. Yes, the most affected area financially, and yes, together with this Sevilla club, we are doing this project together.
Wow, very
Yes.
interesting. I want to ask
That's
you
the
very...
gala that you are
Yes,
volunteering.
yeah.
Thank you so much for
Yes,
your big
that
help.
was such
We are
an
all
event.
thankful. Thank you so
That
much.
was such a big event for me. It was something first time. I've never participated in something like this, but
Yeah.
it was a very
Yeah,
great
thank
event.
you so much
Yes.
for your big help, and I hope you enjoy
Yes, of
the
course.
gala also.
Yes, I saw how it's organized, and it was very interesting for me to see
Yes.
the both parts, like
Yes,
of the
yes.
organization. I want to ask you a very general question, but I think it's very interesting because I think the audience is very, it's like me, my age, and
Yes.
not everyone knows what is a Rotary Club and who is a true Rotarian.
Okay, true Rotarian, you said.
True
yes?
Rotarian,
True
yes.
Rotarian, yes. Actually, our founder, his name is Paul Harris from Chicago. He was a lawyer. How he started with 4 people at one table. That was his own friends, because that time they were having like a financial crisis in Chicago. That time, as I said, Rotary International, we have the history of almost 100, it's 120 years. So think about that time. Internationally, we are having the crisis, the financial crisis, and especially in the Chicago area. So what he started with his friends to help each other's business, starting from 4 people. Now we almost have over like 1.4 million members all over the world. That's how they started, from 4 people and helping each other's business. He was a lawyer, and his friend, the medical doctor, and then other entrepreneurs. So they gathered together, they starting to help each other. And they have so much success and growing bigger and bigger very quickly. Then they decided to do, okay, we are making so many success in the business, so we have to give back to the community. That's why they founded Rotary Foundation, where we have every Rotary Club charitable projects. That's how they started. So we are one of their club. Each club all over the world, we are like autonomous. So each club we have different, slightly different code, but based on the bylaw of Rotary International. So the base of the motto and the policy is everything we do within a Rotary Club has to be based on the friendship and the care and the education and the respect to each other. So we cannot cross this code. Same with any community, basically, in the world. So that's how we help each other. That's why when you visit us in Rotary Club, you see so many different nationalities, so many different professions also.
Yes.
So each one of us has a different connection, also the profession, specialize in different sector. So we gather our experience and the knowledge, and then we create the charity project together. So that's the aim. That's called True Rotarian. should be
Yes.
if we are doing this correctly.
Yes, that's right. I also noticed that everyone is from different industries,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
and it's very interesting when you come up together and create such a good
Exactly.
cause. Yes.
Yes.
Very interesting. Wow.
So, for example, one of our member from different club, most of the president of the country, the advanced country,
Yeah.
they are Rotarian, and the person who went to the moon for the first time, also Rotarian. Mr. Armstrong, he was a Rotarian too.
Wow.
And for example, Mr. Bill Gates also,
I wanted to mention
himself,
that.
he's a Rotarian. He's one of the biggest sponsor for the Rotary project. He's sponsoring us with his own foundation called Bill Gates Foundation. They do a lot of charity. And also, for example, the King Charles of England,
Yeah.
he's a Rotarian also. His father was a Rotarian too. So
Wow.
I can go on so many more names, I'm the only little Rotarian here in Marbella, the founding president of the
Yes.
Rotary Club Marbella Cosmopolitan International, but there are so many people, like a Nobel Prize,
Winners.
yes, for example, author, the medical doctor, there are so many of them, yes, contributing to our planet.
I want to come back to Bill Gates, and you said there was some funny story how he became
Oh, yes,
a
yes.
Rotarian.
Yeah, that's the funny episode. So Mr. Gates has been always one of the biggest sponsors that Rotary International has, the Rotary Foundation has, for the Polio Plus. That's one of our international project that we are trying to eradicate this illness from this planet. Actually, 24th of October is the International Polio Day. Nowadays, such as yourself or the young generation, maybe you're not familiar of polio illness, but in the 80s it did affect so many countries. Actually, we have so many people died in each country. So that was a very severe illness. So Rotary International is starting to give the vaccine for this illness. Now only 2 countries in this world affected by this illness, which is Afghanistan and Pakistan. Together with Bill Gates Foundation, as I said, he's the biggest sponsor for the Polio Plus project. And then one day, he's always invited to our international congress and assembly. And one of our past president, he was sitting next to the Mr. Gates and then asking to Mr. Gates, well, by the way, Mr. Gates, why you never thought about being a Rotarian? Because you are the biggest sponsor, you're always helping us. Why you never considered to be a Rotarian? And then Mr. Gates answered like, oh, because nobody never asked me. So, well, that would be my pleasure. So finally, he became a Rotarian from that moment. Yeah, so that's very funny story, but it's a true story. Yes. So since I heard this episode, I'm not shy to ask any big corporate representative or anyone who are representing even the country. I will always ask, are you a Rotarian? Are you interested to be a part of Rotary? It's because I'm not shy asking.
That's perfect.
Yes, because most of the time, answer is yes, and then also, I'm already a Rotarian.
Yes.
Or my father was a Rotarian. Yes, that's fine.
Wow. And you told me also that before you brought Daniel Chamoun, no? Also
Yes,
to
the owner of the
yes,
group.
You mentioned it
Yes.
before, yes?
Yes.
You brought him or you invited him?
Yes. Well, we've been always a friend. He's my boss also.
Yes.
He's an owner
Yes.
of the group who own Marbella Club and then Punta Romana Beach Resort. He's always dedicating himself to the charity since he was very, very young. Everything he's doing, for example, every gala, charity gala that we organize in Punta Romano, that's his own hands-on charity project. He's helping them through the years. One of the projects, he's helping those associations since he was even 20 years old. So
Wow.
it is not we are not doing this for the hotel.
Yes.
It was used to be originally it was the charity that he was always supporting. So this month, like autumn, we have a Halloween gala, annual gala that we organize every year. But also, this is a charity. It's not just a family, the Halloween party that we organize. It is always charity for the Children's Trust UK. This is for the brain surgery, brain damaged children that by accident or by birth or any motive that we're trying to help them to have a better future. Yes, so that's the cause for the Halloween normally, and we have one of the biggest gala that we organize in August every year. This is for the World Vision,
World Vision,
Association.
Yes.
Daniel Shamun, the owner of Puente Romano, Daniel he himself visited those places in Africa many times because this is a hands-on project that he has. He actually visits to the destination and where he's supporting. Also, a few years ago, do you remember we had a massive earthquake in Marrakesh and the Atlas area?
Yes.
From our Rotary Club also we send the fund to help people, but Puente Romano, it's because our group has a Nobu Marrakesh in Marrakesh. So we did send the fund to help people in the Atlas area. That's the most damaged area by earthquake. And Daniel himself, he went to the mountainside and he visited all those villages that we support. Yes.
Wow, that's very nice.
It's a wonderful job that he does, actually.
Yes,
Nobody knows. I mean, I know because I do. Yes, not many people knows, but he does a lot of charity work.
Wow, very impressive, very impressive. And you, from your side, you also do a lot of things.
Yes, apart from Rotary Club project, a charity project, of course, since I was 4 years old, I started to help my mother's charity. So my life was always, the charity work was always part of my life. So I didn't even think of like doing something special because it was always part of my life.
Do you think it's your parents who taught you that, and that was like...
Yes.
Your parents are Rotarians?
Yes. Oh, and my grandfather were.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And it was not really told me to do. I was already involving, and they put me inside of the involvement. So I didn't just think about it. I was part of like a Sunday activity that you think you go to the park, but they take me to to visit the children's home, and that's the charity function.
Wow.
I was enjoying so much, so I didn't even think about that I was doing the charity work that time, because that was almost part of my life.
Wow.
Then I realized by 7 or 8 years old, oh, this is something that we are helping people.
Yeah.
Yes. So, that's even better. Yes.
Yes.
So that's how naturally I was getting to the charitable work.
Wow. Very interesting, very interesting. Because it's super nice that you were like already, born into it. It's very important.
Yes. I was lucky. I was lucky,
you
I
were
have to
lucky,
say,
yes.
yes. Because not many children has this
No.
luck to help others. To helping others, it's already a great luck. We are very lucky. That's why we are in a position to help others.
Yes.
There's so many people who doesn't have, so many children in this planet that they don't even have a potable water for every day. That's the reality. You know this. We all know this. Yes. So any small thing that we can help through Rotary or by individually, by ourselves, that would be something that we should do.
Now we came to the point of your life when 6 years ago, I think you finished with your PR company and you transferred to work exclusively for Puente Romano and Marbella Capital.
Punctually, I was already working for Marbella Club and Puente Romano. The terms of the opening, restaurant opening, or organization of, the fashion show. But from since 6 years ago, I am exclusively working for the group, which I am very happy because since I was very young, I was always fond of Puente Romano and the Marbella Club. I used to go there every week. So,
when you live in Costa del Sol, everyone
Yes.
knows these
Exactly.
places.
It's my favorite place. Yes.
Yes. I don't have lots of questions, but my main question for
Yes.
you now is, well, since you had your own company and then at one point you started working for someone else, what is the difference? What is the advantages and maybe disadvantages of working
Yes.
for yourself and, for someone else?
It's a good question. I think it was going to be a little bit difficult because I already have so many years of the regular clients already for my company. So to discontinue working with them, it's not only the terms of the business agreement. It's just emotionally you're so attached to each other, yes, because we spend so many years together. So that was a difficult part, but we are all still friends, yes, of course. Then I was very happy to start working for Romana and Marbella Club, this group. It is because, as I said, I was always fun going there.
Yes.
My 20 years birthday celebration was also in Marbella Club. So I have so many good memories with my family and friends. My wedding was in Marbella Club also. So they are such as beautiful memories I always had. So it's a pleasure for me to go there every day.
Yes.
So it is like this transaction was more smooth than I thought because it's anyway, even I'm not working for the company, I was going there almost every day as a customer anyway
Yes.
because I love the place so
Yeah.
much. So there is no big transaction in between. I was just
For you, you were
continuing my
happy.
lifestyle,
Yes.
and then but now I'm exclusively working for the group. That's the only differences.
Yes, that's right. I think it's very nice. Every time, for example, I go, it's a big project. Everything that happens in Puente Romana, all the new openings.
Yes.
And I guess you participate in all of this. Like
Yes,
openings.
I'm luckily I would be. Well, we have a very big team, so there are so many people
yes,
working there.
yes, for sure.
So of course, but I'm lucky to be a part of those each project, so I can see the development, and each department, their team are working so hard. So I am lucky to see their work and the development. So that's the pleasure part also.
Yes.
For any new project, such as new restaurant
Yes.
or big event, also I can see from the zero. So that's the most fun part. And then of course, when we open or when the day of the event, when our guests are coming and they are smiling, that's the most happiest time for us. No, I'm sure not only for me, all of us in Puente Romano, when we see them having good time, that's the like a medal for us.
I think with this sentence you can really say that you're hospitality passionate,
Yes, I love so
and
much.
it's
I love
very
it so much.
important when you work in hotel business, to actually be happy for other clients,
Yes,
and to make
yes.
them satisfied, how you say, yes.
I think all of them working there, staff of Puente Romano, we have a similar feeling. That's why they can work so hard, so many hours. Nobody complains. It's because we are happy to see our guests having good time.
Yes, that's right.
And we forget about all the
hours of work,
exactly.
all the
Exactly.
hours and
Yes, totally.
yeah, wow. Okay, I have an interesting question for you.
Yes.
Since you've been working for a long time in all this hospitality in general, industry of your company, small luxury hotels of the world, maybe you could share one advice for those people like us, young graduates, hospitality graduates, who are just starting our careers in the hospitality industry. Maybe some advice or some insight that you would like to share based on your background.
I was always seeking, in my case, to do the things that I am good at and then I am most interested in, and then I enjoy. Because I was always focusing on those points. That's why I think I reached to where I am right now, it's because I study business generally. So the marketing was only one part of my study.
Yeah.
But I loved so much. And then also because I like the development of the, and each project. And then also to get to know people, the public relation part, as I enjoy so much. That's why I'm getting to that direction. And then I reached to where I am now, and then I'm still enjoying my work. It's because of this. So all the young students, it's because sometimes we lost direction, which way you're going. Doesn't matter what you study. Can be medicine, can be law, can be finance, can be anything. It's just even hospitality. You get lost. Maybe we go for the management side, or we go to like marketing side, for example. Yes, but I think everybody should follow the one that you enjoy most, and then that's the things maybe you can contribute more. It's because you are enjoying it every day, so you study harder and you work harder, and you don't feel that you're working too much. Whatever you are, your all the dedicated time won't be wasted because you enjoy at the same time. Yes.
Ah, okay.
That's the little advice, and then it did work in my
Yes.
life. So maybe it can help some people.
Yes, yes. I think also very important to add that you have to try, yes, and you have to
Yes,
see
exactly.
how you're gonna know what you like.
Exactly, 100%.
Yes.
100%.
I have a very interesting question also regarding maybe your favorite book or movie that you would recommend us, to
Yes.
watch.
That
yes.
would be quite difficult because I love movies. I think all the Academy Award, nominated pictures up to now, and then also all the Nobel Prize book. I always, I already read. And talking about, for example, your country's the literature, I love it so much. For example, Tolstoy, The War and Peace. I like long novels. I had to confess.
You read it?
Yes, yes, so many times. But in Japanese.
Of course.
In Japanese. Yes. One day, because I loved so much, one day that was one of my dreams that I could read it in the original language, of course, but I didn't have time to study Russian language until now. So maybe one day when I retire, maybe. But that's one of my favorite novel that I can mention. It's because there's so many lives are in there, like so many people's lives. So that's why mainly I love longer novel, like this one. And then also a movie, maybe one of my favorite is Out of Africa. That was also based on a fiction, non-fiction novel. Maybe you saw this movie, maybe you're too young. It is about the plantation in Africa. You can check on the internet. Yes, there was a Robert Redford and a Meryl Streep.
Oh,
Okay, Out of Africa, it's called. It is about like a human relation. Again, there's so many different lives are there, and based on humanity and the human lives. And this lady, when she was leaving Africa, going back to her own country, leaving her land and then leaving her people who used to work in her plantation. That time, it was like 19th century, but she literally on the floor begging to the governor just alive to that area to protect her own people, because she was very worried about the local people who are, inside of her land. She couldn't go back to her country to making sure all those people are protected. So it's based on humanity, and visually it's such a beautiful film that they won so many Academy Awards for that. But I like those like a human story, based on the human life.
You can learn from that, no? You can learn.
Yes,
and,
yes, and also it was a true story. Yes, so that's the lady that I respect so much. I mean, many of the people, I think, in the world, if you can seek, you can look for this novel also.
Yes, we will have
on the
maybe,
internet.
yes.
It's not only movie. Movie is very famous internationally,
Yes.
but the novel also.
The novel.
Actually, it's a non-fiction, novel, non-fiction. Yes. So that's one of my favorite. I just mentioned those names. It's because maybe for your viewer they are more
Yes,
familiar to those names. But of course, I love Japanese literature, so I have so many favorites in Japanese novelists also.
I don't know
and then maybe the movies, but maybe you don't know the names.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I will Google that and see that. Yes. Okay. Well, a question for you. Based on your background, everything, maybe there is one moment in life that you would say changed your life. I understand that you said that you were born in a very, in a very, how can I say, like, good family, like with the opportunity.
Safe environment, I should say. The comfortable.
In a safe environment, you were born.
Yes.
However, in life there are different situations. Maybe there was something that changed your life and made you think differently, and
I think that was the first big transaction of my life was when my grandfather was passed away, because I thought everything was protected by my family and my grandfather, especially as a head of the family. So my life was very easy then until we lost him. For me, it was like I lost the sunshine, so all of us. So that was the first like a transition of my own life, my small life, that I need to be more like independent, losing the big protection for my background. But still, I was okay. It's just that I needed to learn. I should say I become an adult that moment. I was only 15, but the way of thinking was more like independent. Yes, that I'm starting to think more about my future.
Yes.
Before that, I was already like too much protection from my family. So my grandfather was always there. I didn't really think about future so much. I thought it's going to be everything so easy. So that was the big transition. And anything that he told me, my grandfather, why he was telling me that you need to be independent. In your generation, the world will be changing. The older woman has to be a strong businessman, compete with a man also, because the business world normally 90% of the time the men
around the
wins.
world.
Exactly. So you have to study more than boys at the school, and then you need to be fully independent. Then you don't need to rely on anyone to develop your future. That was his word, and then I'm following that. So I think that's the moment, and then that's the person who changed my life when I was young. That was my grandfather.
Oh. Since we're speaking about your past and your childhood mostly, if you saw yourself 15 years ago, for example, or 20 years ago, what would you say to yourself?
I think I would say to myself that I will keep going, don't be lazy, work hard, study hard. Every day is a lesson. You meet many people as possible and keep learning. Yes, that's what I'm going to say to myself.
Oh. And I think that's what you can transit, to other, like us, like people, younger people, yes.
Thank you.
Very interesting. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for this interview. It was amazing and so interesting to hear from you.
Thank you.
And yes.
Thank you so much, Ekaterina.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me.
Perfect. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would like to remind you to subscribe and like this video, as any interactions are super valuable for our channel to grow. If you want to be the next guest in our show on inspiring people on Costa del Sol, then leave a message below.